So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You know, when I hear people talking about these new Lionsgate limited 4K Steelbooks of Quentin Tarantino, everybody talks about Kill Bill, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about Jackie Brown. Also, that's the same about Jackie Brown as a movie. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. Maybe it doesn't get the respect it deserves. So we're going to talk about Jackie Brown a little more in depth. I'm going to go ahead and unbox these as far as we show you the insides and everything about it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the transfers of these 4Ks. And then we're going to talk about Jackie Brown a little bit because I think it deserves to have a little bit of a spotlight. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Let's go.
Here we go.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. That's me on the sign because JeffMan316 Live is where we usually Sunday nights 10 p.m. Eastern or watch along to a movie. We'll talk pop culture, talk movies, talk Steelbooks. Yeah, I've got the new Lionsgate limited Steelbooks of Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, and Jackie Brown. Now, we've seen the slipcover versions in Walmart on my movie hunts, but I specifically want to talk about these. Number one, I don't know if I showcased them very well in one of my videos. So I'm going to show you the Steelbooks, and I'm going to also talk about them. And then, you know, everybody talks about Kill Bill 1 and 2 all the time. I'm thinking I'm going to give a little bit of spotlight at the end of this and tell you why I think Jackie Brown deserves a little respect, or maybe why it gets a little disrespected, which is why it doesn't get the respect it deserves, I guess is a good way to put it. So, with that being said, we got Kill Bill Volume 1. Very nice Steelbook, and one of the details I didn't notice is watch the top of her head when you slide the cover off. It actually, not only the sword is there, but the top of her head is there. So you get Lucy Liu's character missing the top of her head. That was a little detail that when I was quickly going through these during my weekly movie haul video that I didn't point out.
You are a fucking idiot.
So here's the artwork in full. I really like that. On the inside, I'm not going to take the disc out. You get her, basically. You get a artwork version of her on the motorcycle. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. The movie, I really didn't realize how much I missed watching Kill Bill until you get into it. I was only going to watch a few minutes, and damn it, if Kill Bill 1 and 2 aren't movies, and when you start watching them, it's almost like you need to finish it because you're like, well, let me get through this scene, and then the next thing happens, and the next thing happens. Kind of like Pulp Fiction. But I will say this, I am slightly disappointed in the transfer of this. There's some really nice scenes, like when they're outside or when they have the sword fight in the snow that look really good, or like the fight that's in black and white. But and that's a story for another day. Why didn't we get an uncut version of this damn thing finally? You can release Terrifier 3, but you can't release Kill Bill with the famous fight scene in color. Bullshit, whatever.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
So, and I know it exists because I got the Japanese DVD that it's on. So that's another rant for another day, I guess. But the transfer isn't amazing on this thing. It's really good. It's a step up maybe from the Blu-ray, but there's some scenes where there's a little bit of action. It's got a little blur to it to me. I mean, like, it's not crisp, sharp in every single scene like I thought it should be. Now skip ahead to Kill Bill 2. And I'll say that it's a little bit better. I really do think this is probably the best it's ever looked. Now, this is, like I said, a good transfer, but it's just missing something. It didn't have that just like punch that I wanted it to have. Kill Bill 2 is much better. Here's the cover of that one. And watch her eye. This is cool. It's another thing I didn't really notice when you take this cover off. Just like the movie, she loses her eye. And once again, some really nice artwork that spans the whole cover. You get a big shot of Bill there. And then the inside is just some silhouette, so I'm not taking the discs out. Really nice Steelbook, really nice transfer. I think they did a great job on this. But obviously, to me, movie-wise, Kill Bill loses a little bit. It's got more of the narrative to it. There's more classic, iconic scenes in Kill Bill 1. So that's the one I would probably watch the most, and that was the one I was hoping to get a kick-ass transfer, and it was just slightly off. But now let's look at Jackie Brown. I think they did a great job on all these Steelbooks. The slip covers look really good too. But I mean, I got to try not to double dip on everything. So you got her bag there, and then, sorry, it was a little tight.
Tight.
And then it turns into that, you know, this bag at the end of the movie. So what she carries on the plane, what she carries there. So that's kind of cool. Just like the other ones, it's got artwork that spans the you know, both discs. I mean, both sides, sorry. And then in this one, I will take the disc out because the artwork with Jackie walking from the beginning of the movie through the airport, you can only see her if you take the disc out. So Jackie Brown is the movie I'm going to focus on. And why is that? Because I really don't think that Jackie Brown gets, as far as the movie, gets the respect it deserves. It's a really good movie. It's more of a character piece. It doesn't have the top, like, high volume action scenes like in a lot of his other movies. It's real character driven, and maybe that's why. So Jackie Brown, really great transfer. I think it's the best transfer out of the three. Really color, really pop, sounds really good. Got some really good music in this one as well. All of his movies do. You know, Tarantino picks those tracks himself. But this is a damn good Steelbook and a damn good transfer, man. I was super impressed. It's got a lot of up close shots of people's faces, of the details you can see, the hairs on their face, the damn pores on their face. This damn thing looked crisp and clean, man. This is like the best looking one of the bunch. Highly recommend an upgrade to Jackie Brown if you have not done so already. So, but let's take a little deeper dive into why is Jackie Brown not more talked about. So obviously, what's the first movie that people think of when they talk about Quentin Tarantino? Pulp Fiction, probably one of the Kill Bills. How often do people name Jackie Brown? So in this video, like I said, I wanted to do it, give it some respect. So I'm going to take a deeper dive into why maybe Jackie Brown isn't one of Tarantino's most popular films. Maybe it's very underrated, and why I think it deserves more love from you guys, especially if you're going to go out and buy these. I think you need to buy that. Even in the stores, it gets a little bit of disrespect. In Walmart, the Kill Bills were together and Jackie Brown was on the shelf by itself. If you really wanted people to buy this thing, you need to keep the movies together so you know everybody immediately sees all three were released at the same time. So let's rewind to 1997. Jackie Brown was Tarantino's follow-up to his awesome, groundbreaking movie Pulp Fiction. I think the expectations were very high because of that. People wanted another like fast-paced, chaotic, story-driven movie with over-top violence, non-linear storytelling and all that. But what did they get instead? They got a slow-burn, character-driven heist movie called Jackie Brown that was adapted from an Elmore Leonard novel called Rum Punch. So a lot of fans like me and movie critics alike didn't know what to think of Jackie Brown. It wasn't as flashy, it wasn't as stylistic as Pulp Fiction, but that's what makes it special. Tarantino is often praised for his larger-than-life characters, but in Jackie Brown, he took the opposite approach. A lot of these characters in this movie are really grounded. They are a little bit relatable. So you start off with Pam Grier, obviously playing the title character of Jackie. Jackie's a middle-aged flight attendant trying to survive in a world that's constantly exploiting her. But she's smart, she's resourceful, but she's also vulnerable. So then comes in Max Cherry, played by a great character actor named Robert Forster. He isn't your typical Tarantino character. He's a very introspective. He's caught in like a midlife crisis. And the relationship that builds between the two of them is very rare and exceptional. I think it's pretty powerful. Obviously, you've got Ordell, played by Samuel L. Jackson. It seems that this part was specifically written for him in mind. I don't think anybody else could pull off a character that's equally suave and street smart. There's one line he uses in this movie that cracks me up every time.
My ass may be dumb, but I ain't no dumbass.
So then you've got a character played by Robert De Niro, to me, that seems a little out of place. That's the only character that I have a problem with. He plays second fiddle, which is rare for him, and there's not a lot for him to do. And at one point, he turns into basically a pothead. If there's any character in the movie that I wish they had done a little more with, it's the Robert De Niro character. So another reason that I think Jackie Brown stands out to me is it's a tribute to the 70s blaxploitation films. The casting of a great actress like Pam Grier, she's a legend of that genre. It was a genius move by Tarantino, obviously. Tarantino wasn't just playing homage to those types of movies. He was giving her a chance to shine as the lead character, and she delivers one of the best performances of her career, if not the best. But unlike some of Tarantino's more self-referential work, Jackie Brown never lets style overshadow the substance. It really is a love letter to film history that also tells a really deep human story, unlike some of his movies. So why then doesn't Jackie Brown get the recognition of say like a Kill Bill or even Django Unchained or other Tarantino films like Reservoir Dogs? Well, I think for one, Jackie Brown doesn't have the over-the-top violence or that real stylistic action that you come to expect from Tarantino. It's very restrained. It's a very patient movie. It's a slow burn. And because it's an adaptation rather than an original story, some critics dismiss it and say it's less creative than some of his other work. But here's something I want to tell you. Jackie Brown is arguably one of his most mature works. It explores themes of like aging, loyalty, survival, obviously racism. It feels incredibly grounded, and that's why it resonates, I think, more deeply the more I watched it over time. It gets better with age. So in recent years, I think more people have come around to appreciate Jackie Brown, and I think it's being recognized as a film that'll grow on you like over time like it did with me. So you got Pam Grier and Robert Forster, who were both nominated for awards, and Forster's career actually saw a resurgence after this movie. But beyond that, Jackie Brown remains, I would say, a quiet masterpiece. It's waiting for people to rediscover it, and what a time to do it than to buy this new 4K. So if you've never seen Jackie Brown, or it's been a while, I think you need to give it another shot and buy this Lionsgate Steelbook, or at least the 4K with the slip. You can even get it in Walmart. But don't go into it expecting blood-soaked violence, revenge, or any of the normal stuff that are in Tarantino movies. But it does have great characters, a great soundtrack, and a very deep story. So yeah, sometimes the underrated movies are the ones you need to watch and the ones you need to give a second chance, so to speak.
Except no substitutes.
Yeah, except no substitutes for Jackie Brown, man. I think if you go back and give it another chance, maybe it's it's gotten better with age. Like I said, it's aged like a fine wine. If you have bought it, let me know. If it's one of your favorite Tarantino movies, let me know. And if not, let me know why. But put all that in the comments down below. And while you're down there, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. Let me know what you think, like I said, of Jackie Brown as far as in the range of Quentin Tarantino movies. Where would you put it? In a tier list, maybe, or something like that. Maybe I should do that in a video. Maybe I should do a tier list of his movies. But either way, after you do all that normal YouTube stuff, make sure you hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. So I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. Check out the Jeffy Awards that I just posted. Maybe these will be in the Jeffy Awards next year for some of the Steelbooks. Like I said, the Kill Bills and the Jackie Brown. Watch all the videos I post on the channel and make sure you do like all of them because it does really help the algorithm. I appreciate all the new subscribers that I've gotten, and I also appreciate all the people that come over when I do live streams. We really do have some fun, so keep enjoying all the content on the channel, and I'll keep making it. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. I'm your pop culture reporter signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
Action. Pam Grier is
Jackie Brown.